A particle of mass m moves in circular orbits with potential energy equal to Fr, where F is a positive constant and R is the distance from the origin. Energies are calculated using the Bohr model. If the radius of the particle orbit is denoted by R and speed and energy are denoted by V and E respectively, then for the nth orbit we have to check for option A, B, C and D, where H is the Planck constant. So here potential energy is given as minus Fr. So force can be written as minus du by dr. So it is minus F. So the force is acting towards the origin and the magnitude of the force is F, and for circular orbit F will provide the centripetal acceleration. F will be equal to mv square by r. If this is the origin, and this is the particle moving in the circle of radius r. So force is towards the origin. This is the speed v. Mass of the particle is m. Also from the Bohr quantization condition, we will have angular momentum about point O is integral multiple of h upon 2 pi. Now n is any integer. So multiplying these two equations, if this is the equation number 1, this is the equation number 2. Multiplying 1 by 2, you get nh by 2 pi into f is m square v cube, and this will give you v equal to n h f upon 2 pi m square raised to 1 by 3. So you can observe that v is proportional to n raised to 1 by 3. Now potential energy is Fr, so it is F, and we can observe from here that Fr is equal to mv square. Fr is equal to mv square. So Fr is m into n square h square f square upon 4 pi square m raised to 4 raised to 1 by 3. See, what I have done is I have acquired V, and this will become n square h square f square upon 4 pi square m raised to 1 by 3. And kinetic energy is half mv square, so it will be half n square h square f square upon 4 pi square m raised to 1 by 3. So total energy E is equal to U plus half mv square, and that will be 3 by 2 n square h square f square upon 4 pi square m raised to 1 by 3. So this is matching with option C. Also, you can observe that as R is proportional to V square, we can say that R is proportional to n raised to 2 by 3. So this will match with option B. So here the correct option will be R proportional to n raised to 2 by 3 and V proportional to n raised to 1 by 3 and option C. B and T are the correct answers to this question. The next question is based upon Stephen's law. The filament of a light bulb has surface area of 54 mm square. The filament can be considered as a black body at a temperature of 2500 Kelvin, emitting radiation like a point source when viewed from far. At night, the light bulb is observed from a distance of 100 meters. Assume the pupil of the eyes of the observer to be circular with 3 mm. Then, taking a Stephen Boltzmann constant at 5.67 into 10 raised to minus 8 watt per meter square Kelvin raised to 4, Wien's displacement constant as 2.90 into 10 raised to minus 3 meter Kelvin, Planck constant as 6.63 into 10 raised to minus 34 joules second, and speed of light in vacuum as 3 into 10 raised to 8 meters per second. We have to identify which of the options A, B, C, and D are correct. So power radiated by the filament, radiating, radiated power entering the eye, wavelength corresponding to the maximum intensity, and total number of photons emitted per second, entering per second into the eye. These things we have to find out. For question number 8, see, this is the source of light, bulb. Temperature of the bulb is 2500 Kelvin. It is emitting light of power P, where power P will be given by sigma A t raised to 4. This could be 5.67 into 10 raised to minus 8 watt per meter square Kelvin raised to 4 multiplied by 54 into 10 raised to minus 6 meter square multiplied by 2.5 into 10 cube Kelvin raised to 4. Now if you simplify this, this will come out to be 141.75 watt, and therefore option A is incorrect. Now you need to understand one thing, that the power emitted by the bulb is distributed on a sphere of radius x when we consider a point at a distance of x from the bulb. So here the intensity will be P upon 4 pi x square. Now when x is equal to d equal to 100 meter, so suppose we come to a distance of 100 meter, and here the eye is located, and the radius of the eye is 3 mm. So the power entering the eye power entering the eye power entering the eye, let me call it P dash. So P dash will be I into pi r square. So it will be P upon 4 pi x square into pi r square. P dash is P dash is 141.75 watt into r square, so 9 into 10 raised to minus 6 meter square upon 4 into 100 meter square. So this will come out to be 3.189375 into 10 raised to minus 8 watt, and this implies that it is in the range given in the question number 8 and option B is correct. 3.189375 into 10 raised to minus 8 watt. Now, the wavelength corresponding to the maximum intensity of light is 1150 nm. For that, we need to apply Wien displacement law. Lambda max into T is constant. So lambda max into 2500 Kelvin is 2.9 into 10 raised to minus 3 meter Kelvin. Now if you solve it, you will get lambda equal to 1150 nm, and this means that option C is also correct. After B, C is also correct. Now total number of photons entering into one eye of the observer. Taking the average wavelength as 1740 nm, average wavelength. So let the number of photons entering the eye per second is n dot into st by lambda is equal to p dash, power received by the eye. So n dot is p dot lambda by ht. So it will be 3.189375 into 10 raised to minus 8 watt into 1740 into 10 raised to minus 9 meter, 6.63 into 10 raised to minus 34 joule second into 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. So if you solve all this, you will get 2.79 into 10 raised to 11 photon per second. So now we have already seen that option B is correct, option C is correct, and here the number is 2.79 into 10 raised to 11. So option D is also correct. So the correct answer for the question will be B, C, D. Thank you.